Hi, this is Brittany Hopkins with Container Collective Yoga in Lakewood, Colorado. And this is a little video for a tutorial on how to make a mala bracelet. So, pretty easy. Supplies you'll need is the 100 millimeter, just kidding, this is 100 meters, 1 millimeter stretch magic cord. You can get it at Joann's Fabric or order it online. You also need a thread for the tassel. This I get in a pack of 6 at Joann's Fabrics. You'll also need about 21 to 25 mala beads and a strand of bodhi seeds, but you just really need it for, I mean, you can make a lot of mala bracelets with this whole strand, but the reason you need it is for the guru bead because the hole is a little bit bigger than the mala bead holes are. Yeah, and some scissors. You need scissors for step 1 is you want a little bit of extra string, so 8 inches or so, not string, of the stretchy cord, and hold one end because you'll start stringing and then they'll fall off the other end. So hold the one end while you put all the beads onto the stretch magic cord. And as you can see on the bracelets that I have up here, I just mainly use extra leftover beads because most of my mala kits, they come with several extra beads just in case you drop one in the making of a mala. So if you've made several malas from our kits, then you'll have extra beads and you can end up making yourself a bracelet or a friend a bracelet. I had this one random copper bead I thought would be a fun addition to this bracelet. And again, remember to hold the other end of the elastic, because if you drop it, because it's kind of slippery, or you can leave it set down on the towel. I like to use either a washcloth or a hand towel whenever I'm doing anything mala bead related, just because it's a relatively flat surface but grippy, so the beads aren't going to slip around and slide around. And then if you need to move it, you can just gather up the towel or the washcloth and bundle it up and then have all your beads safe. Just a few more beads here. I think I'm making mine, I think there's 22 or 23 beads for this one. And it's really super easy. So if you're paying somebody to make these for you, I recommend not doing that anymore because you're going to see how easy it is. So I have all the beads strung. I didn't decide where that bronze or copper bead was going to go because I figured random would be way more fun. You just tie one knot, tie a second knot, and you pull the knot a few times, a little tug, tug, tug. Hold it and then try it on, make sure that's a good size. So for me, that's a really great size. Then pull it off and do another little tug, tug, tug. Then you put on the bodhi seed. So it's a little bit, the first string always goes through, or first end of the elastic goes through pretty easy. And then you'll see if you try to put the second one through, it gets a little bit stuck. Oh, just kidding, it went straight through. But some of the holes are not as big, and so if you were gonna have to stretch it out, you would stretch the elastic to create some tension there to make the elastic thin, and then thread the second end of the knot through. And you'll tie 2 extra knots here, but they actually end up going inside of the seed, so it's not super necessary to tie that extra one. Great, so then you have the base of the bracelet done already. Super easy cheesy. Then you take the string for the tassel and you wind it around your fingers. You want to hold it probably with the middle finger and spread it out a little bit so it's pretty long, and go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. About 25 times around. And it's not super neat and tidy, but it'll be neat and tidy by the time we finish. So then cut off the extra there, and from the middle, you fold it in half, and then from the middle, you tie the elastic around. One knot, make it as close to center as you can, but again, if it's not perfect, that's okay. We'll cut the extra off later. Give it a little tug, 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 and then tie a second simple overhand knot. Give it a tug, tug, tug. Maybe a third one just for funsies. Tug, tug, tug. From there, you take the two ends and you fold it in half and tuck the elastic on the inside. And we'll sandwich it in. And we'll take the string and hold it, leave enough so that there's 2 or 3 inches on the end hanging off, and then you wrap it around a few times, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-ish. Yeah, don't have to be real specific there, just so that there's enough. And then cut off the extra. From there you'll tie 2 knots. You have to set it down to kind of pin it to the towel, and do 1 or 2 knots there. And you can see it's kind of a little loop-de-loop mess. You can hold the end and then slide the knot up a little bit if you had too much space there. Pretty easy to do. You can pull it a little bit to make it nice and tight. Then pull on the elastic bits a little to pull it all the way close in. And then you cut through the loops. Cut through the loops. Get all the loops cut through, and from there you'll hold the ends together, and depends on the length that you want your tassel. I have these ones a little bit shorter just so that it's not hanging in your food or whatever. And I actually chose black. I like the white, it's pretty, but it tends to get dirty, so go for a darker color if you're going to wear the bracelet pretty often. And you just trim off the excess. Kind of mush it a couple different ways, get it as flat as possible, and voila, a beautiful little turquoise and copper mala bracelet. Super easy. Reach out to us if you want to order mala beads for making a bracelet, or actually, yeah, we can just order you some mala kits, and then you can make mala necklaces and then use your leftover beads to make a beautiful bracelet. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day.